Going to be fun. Welcome to CircleCityCon 3. This is Game of Pones. All right. So a little bit before we... little bit before we start, conference guidelines. Listen to the purple, red, and yellow shirts. Purple shirts are staffers. So if you look in the back at Mr. Cooley back there, he's a staffer. If you have any problems, go to a guy in a staffer, or go to someone with a radio to start with. If you can't find someone with a radio, go to someone in purple. Red shirts are, as every conference, security ops. Again, if they ask you to do something, please comply. And then yellow shirts are our regular volunteers. So again, if they're asking you something, either in terms of running equipment or in terms of registration, anything like that, please be helpful, courteous, and answer them for there. Other conference guidelines: don't be a jerk. That's in our code of conduct. Don't be a jerk. We are the sole arbiters of what a jerk is. So don't be one, and everything will be good. 3-2-1 rule. This is a very important rule. One of my favorite rules, and please freaking follow it. So, who doesn't know what 3-2-1 is? All right, a few of you. 3-2-1.
We can tell.
Means 3 hours of sleep per day, at least 2 meals per day, which I'm failing miserably on today, and at least 1 shower per day. Nobody likes the smelly kid, all right? Finally, ask permission to take pictures. If someone gives you permission to take pictures, feel free. Shecky, where are you? Over here. No, there's Shecky. Shecky is acting as our official photographer, so if you see him taking pictures, but he respects the same rules on everything, if for some reason you end up in a picture and you don't want to be in it by accident, just tell Shecky and he will delete the picture. Yep. So, all right. Talks. So we have some wonderful, wonderful talks this year. This is what you're in now is the talk rooms. Talk track 1, talk track 2. This is middle part, talk track 3. Today this will be wide open like this. Tomorrow the walls will close and it will be a lot smaller and more condensed. Some great talks out there. Our talks are online at, courtesy of, sketch.org. They're at circlecitycon.com/schedule. You can sign up and make your own schedule off of it. Those of you who have gone to B-Sides Vegas in the past have seen Sketch in action and used it. It's a wonderful, wonderful tool. So hop on there. It has the talk tracks rooms. It has the training rooms. It has everything else on there. Boy, that's wet and itchy. Training. So, one of the hallmarks of CircleCityCon is our trainings. We have around 20 trainings this year. They've been online to sign up for. There's still some openings for some trainings. If you want to still sign up for them, I would recommend signing up. If you get a ticket, that will guarantee you into the training. If you don't do that, or your training that you want to go is full, go to the training go to the training before it starts, like about 5 to 10 minutes. It's up to the instructor's discretion. But if they want to let you in, they're allowed to let you in. The only ones that won't work on are ones that require kits or everything, like the Intro to Lockpicking class or the Raspberry Pi. If you don't have the equipment, it's not going to be much use for you to go to the class. But other than that, any of the other classes, if there is openings, feel free to go to as long as the instructor is willing to let you in. All right. Have some great villages. Have great villages this year. We got lockpick villages with some lockpick challenges run by Tool. We have Net Wars in here, so who's excited to play some Net Wars?
Yeah.
That is mostly full. If you still want a ticket, get one online. If it is sold out, then show up tomorrow around 12:30, 12:45, and we'll see what we can do about letting some people in. If there are some extra spaces, we'll be able to fill those. Hack for Kids is going to be there here tomorrow. For those of you with kids that are coming to the con, you'll have that upstairs. That's going to be upstairs in Senate 1, 2, and 3 on the second floor. That's the only area on the second floor outside of the party room this year, so everything else is on the first floor. Ham radio exams are going to be tomorrow afternoon. Is Kat here? No, she's in Lockpick Village right now. She's going to be running ham radio exams. They are on the schedule, so you can see where to go into. You can go sign up for those if you want to try to get your ham license. And then Doffler. Doffler is Steve McGrath's baby. It's very much a Wallace Sheep type application, except I think much, much cooler. If you want to see Doffler in action, it's over by the Lockpick Village area. You can see the screen, see who gets captured, see what fun images get thrown up on there. Please be merciful. Another thing, a little bit going back to conduct, something I just remembered. The touchscreens this year. We all know touchscreens. We all like to go in there and mess with them. Going to ignore it. That being said, when you're done messing with the touchscreen, put it back to normal. Because it pissed the hotel off last year when someone didn't do that. So please, put that back to normal. Play around with it, that's cool, but just put it back to normal before you leave it. Okay? Alright, so some contests. We have some good contests going on. We have a fox hunt. Where's Justin Herman? Is he here? No. Justin Herman's running a fox hunt tomorrow, so a wireless hunt is out there. We're also going to have at night a costume contest being run. So for those of you that brought costumes to be in, we'll be running that. There's some cool prizes in that as well. And now our big contest. We welcome you to Game of Pwns. So Game of Pwns is our CTF competition. So I'm going to set the stage a little bit here. Tell you a story of a far-off land. In that far-off land, there is a king, King Fenrir, who has run the land for many years, his family for centuries upon centuries, one of the oldest dynasties in the land. A long time ago, there were warring houses. 6 warring houses to be exact. There was the greatest, awesomest, most wonderful house in the land, the House of Bear. And then 5 other minor houses that are allowed to exist for our own edifications and purposes. So, there was a lot of warring back in the days with these houses. A lot of fighting. Groups like the House of Hawk would get their butts handed to them and go home sulking. Groups like the House of Ape would end up dead at 20 because they're stupid. We kind of watch for the House of Hunters because they're always trying to get us. We don't like them. And, the mysterious House of Frost and the House of the Arch, who makes a lot of war machines. We don't like them much either. Not that we're scared of them at all. We just don't like them. So, in order to solve this problem of all the warring houses, King Fenrir created a festival. In the festival, all the houses were invited, as well as all their minor houses. So the heads of house are here, the minor houses, and it became a competition. There are challenges for the minor houses to join together and complete different competitions, as well as do little boons for the heads of houses and join guilds. Now, what guilds are out there? Well, you're going to have to go find those out for yourself. You should get a little bit ahead of being able to meet the heads of houses, so that should help you out a little bit. The goal for this competition, you all are many of you have signed up to be members of a larger house. There's also unaffiliated people that haven't decided to pledge loyalty to a great house. And you may still compete. You have your smaller house of up to 6 people that is aligned with one of the houses, as well as individual competitions and the overall grand champion. Now, this year in our competition, like I said, there are going to be 2 winners. There is a team winner and an individual winner. The best prize goes to the overall single winner grand champion. And that is going to be the very first CircleCityCon black badge. So very first one, we have not done one yet. So this will be the first one. Be some other prizes as well, and then in addition to the team prizes as well. So, without further ado, I'm going to introduce the great houses. Some of you know us, some of you don't. But it's time to meet us all. I don't know of this Twitter that you speak of, man. So I am Lord Bear. I am the head of House Bear. I have been hand to the king for 20 years. I'm responsible for the rules and the overall strategy of the kingdom. People that are affiliated with my house tend to be very strategic thinkers, tend to know how to outwit their enemies. They also tend to have structure. Maybe not the most lawful good avenues of enforcing said structure, but it's always for the greater good. That is House of Bear. I'm going to introduce the House of Hawk. House of Hawk, come up here. Please introduce yourself.
My name is Lord Addered Hawk. For Malintal, my family has served the king, Fenrir, for the defense of the kingdom and all those who might threaten it, inside and out. And we built and have maintained the great firewall, keeping out the cyberlings from invading our lands. If, indeed, you would plead your allegiance, we would hope to find people with skill in defense, people who love blue ribbons and blue flags. We like those things. The arcane powers of the House of Frost are suspicious, but not questionable of their allegiance as of yet. I look forward to you solving my challenge, and if you are worthy, you shall receive a treasure. One of few. Thank you.
Thank you, House of Hawk. Now we go with one of our chief rivals. The strong, but not too bright,
I would agree.
House of Ape.
You fools.
You don't scare me.
Lord General Grape Ape at your service. Here to pledge fealty to the king. The House of Ape, we are the conquerors. We are not the sharpest of minds, but we know how to play the people like fiddles. We tend to get into things that may or may not belong to us, but no proof, no crime, and so shall it be. As with Lord Bear and Lord Hawk, my other counterparts who you'll meet, have challenges for you as well. So if you want to pledge your fealty to the House of Ape, come meet us. And if you're able to stand up to our tests, you may not die. I look forward to seeing you all on the field of battle.
Thank you, House of Ape. All right, so there's some shady characters here. Really, really shady characters. Flamboyantly shady characters.
I'll accept that.
I'm not talking about you. Shut up. You go last. I don't like you. All right, since I don't like the House of Hunter and I'm in charge, for now, or soon. I'm going to introduce the House of Frost. House of Frost.
Thank you.
Everyone likes the damn pin tester.
The applause is appreciated. I'm Lord Alistair Frost. No applause? I'm a lord after all. You all know I hail from the Blackmoor compound on the southern tip of Winter's Edge. We don't necessarily pledge allegiance to any authority, although we do enjoy certain exchanges of favors when the time does arise. We wear the black hats, we are the red team, and our challenges are appropriate as such. Thank you all, my dark wizards, for heeding the call and coming up here tonight. Where are you at? I know many of you have joined already. The one of you. There you are!
We shall exterminate.
We're the loudest team, and that's worth something. We will all be offering challenges worth a significant number of CTF points, whatever that is.
Competition points.
Make sure you come to see each of us to see if you can obtain any of those. I'd also like to thank the clan of Wu-Tang for coming tonight. I didn't know they could see the fires that far out. Great land of the East. Again, thank you all for coming.
Thank you, Lord Frost. Woo, Lord Frost. Everyone loves the pin tester. No one loves the governance guy. All right. Next, we have the maker, who makes the weapons, who creates things. A little scary, but he does make some cool toys. Some things that might be stockpiled just in case by people with the requisite coin. So, House of Arch.
I'm Lord John of Arch. Pun intended. I'm the Maker House. We create devices, tools, and the occasional war machine for the various houses.
Yes,
Here.
war.
While I pledge fealty to the king, we are not limited to working with a single house or a single side. We prefer to create our own devices and see who finds them interesting or useful. If someone shall come to a ignoble end due to our devices, so shall it be. If anyone here is interested in creating devices, tools, and other objects, either at home, at fairs, or just as a hobby, please come to me and accept my challenge. You shall get a coin commemorating your achievement, and as well as points for the CTF.
Thank you, House of Arch. So, those are the great houses of the land. There are no other houses out there.
Keep trying. Oh,
It looks
there.
like I forgot someone.
Oh, Lord Bear.
Woman, don't cross me. The last one that crossed me ended up in the basement with my torturer, Bill, who made her
In the
rub
basement.
lotion on her skin and put it in the baskets.
My enemies have never
Or she got
existed.
the hose again. Fine. House
Lords
of
and
Hunter,
ladies.
you may speak.
People of the realm, I am Lady Hunter of the House Hunter. Thank you, my lords and ladies. I invite you to join my house if you don't want to passively wait for attackers to enter your kingdom before you defend. My men and women go out to strike first, seek out the enemies, seek out their methods, discover how they struck against us, and ensure that they can never accomplish the same task again. My intelligence has aided many of the great houses in conflicts with our foes, from House Ape attacking them to House Hawk defending our borders at the Great Firewall. If you have the skills to go out into the wilds, out into the cold, away from the safe borders, I invite you to join my house in seeking out and analyzing our enemies. And if you think you have the skill, I offer a challenge like my counterparts, a challenge of skill in analysis and outwitting our foes. If you should happen to achieve this accomplishment, you will receive a reward and points for aforementioned CTF. Now, with this, we begin the games. I invite you all to join my house, or the others, if you don't like a drink as much as I do. I would stay away from House Bear. They're a nice house, but it's been a number of years since they've been out in the battlefield.
Hunter, the last thing you will see is the hilt of this sword as it enters your stomach. The House of Hunter, everyone. Stuck up. Sorry. Those are the great houses. In addition, in our game, there are guilds that have been around here. Now, we don't introduce the guilds. There's a little level of secrecy there. But there are some guilds out there. You may need to talk to the heads of houses or other people to find out these guilds. And then go talk to the guild head and see what it takes to join the guilds. Our competition prizes challenges, but we also prize knowledge. So points are arranged for going to training. Points are arranged for talking to speakers. And other little fun things out there. So Game of Pones, we look forward to you entering the challenge. We'll start at 4 p.m. today, after our keynote speaker is finished. In our land, we believe in giving back. As some of you know, for our trainings, we do charge a very small fee. What some of you may not know is we do not keep that fee. All the profits from the training goes to charities. We donate them every year. This year we've chosen 3 charities to donate to. We have Hackers for Charity, HFC, who also happens to be outside, selling some wonderful, wonderful merchandise. I highly recommend checking them out. Go say hi to Glenn. We have Hack for Kids, who helps bring hacking and information security to children, hoping to get them interested in the field. And then we have the Cancer Research Institute, a group that we strongly believe in, and given how many of our brothers that we've lost to that dreaded disease, something that we feel is appropriate to donate to every year. There's nothing like a festival without some fun at night, though. So in the festival, our entertainment parties open at 9 p.m. Tonight we will have some games. There will be drunk talks. For those of you who don't know drunk talks, be able to go up, hop on stage. Maybe. You hop on stage, you give a talk, 5-minute talk about whatever you want to give. It gets very entertaining. And then DJ Sci-Fi will be playing tonight. House of Frost, is there anything else for tonight on tap?
I brought some magical electronic wonders from the future. Slightly your past. There's a lot of math involved in the wizardry. You'll pick it up and stuff. It's fun and you'll enjoy it. They're being loaded in now as we speak.
All right. We also have Saturday, we have our costume contest being run by the House of Hunter. She fancies herself a fashion judge. So for those of you who want to play or want to participate in the contest, please, we'll be starting at 9. If you are participating, swords must be of the foam LARP variety. We will not be doing peace tying or any wooden weapons, correct? Yes. So, foam variety, otherwise please leave it in your room. We're also going to be doing the Lost But Not Forgotten DJ set for rants. Always been was a big part of the first 2 CircleCityCons. In fact, the training, for those of you who don't know, doing all the training and stuff, that was actually his idea. We'll also have the Goth Sickles playing that night as well. Is Sci-Fi playing that night too? Frost? Saturday night? Okay. And then Sci-Fi will be playing after the Goth Sickles. And as Frost said, we will be having some arcade games up there as well. Magical electronic things up there as well. This year we do have, again, open bar like we do every year to a limit. Once we hit the limit, then we switches to cash bar. One difference this year, though. There is one drink that will be open bar the entire time. Now, some of you know, or some of you can guess, what is that drink? Those you don't know, that was Rance's favorite drink. And dear God, he made a damn good one that would knock you on your you-know-what, as it did to me one time. So, alright, multiple times. In addition to our lost but not forgotten DJ sets, this is also our tribute to him. We miss you. All right. Anyone have any questions about today's events, anything that we have going on? Anyone? Bueller? Okay, cool. All right, if you have any questions, feel free to ask at Reg or, again, find someone with a radio. We'll be happy to get those answered for you. All right. Last but not least, CircleCityCon would not happen without our sponsors. So we want to thank all of our sponsors for being sponsors this year. Let's give them a round of applause, please. Our biggest sponsor is Sands this year, who provided NetWars for us. So please visit them and the other sponsor booths that are outside in this area. So stop by, say hi, see what they have to offer. Anyone selling something, see if there's something there that interests you. But please go by and visit them. For those of you also looking for a job that haven't signed up or seen the training, there is 2 classes called How to Social Engineer Your Way into a Job, taught by Josh Moore. Is Josh in the audience? Oh, I am striking out on that tonight. Anyway, taught by Josh, who also has a book out on the subject. So he will be teaching 2 classes. So if you have not signed up for that, that is a great one to sign up for if you are currently job hunting. Or even if you're getting ready to go back on the market, can be very valuable here. All right, so we went way faster than I was kind of expecting here. Is Dave here? There he is. All right, you ready to go, buddy? Dave's not here, man. Yes, that would give the House of Bear quite the heart attack. Dave, are you ready to go? All right, cool beans. So, this year's keynote, I have the great privilege to welcome Dave Lewis, otherwise known as Gattaca. Let's give him a round of applause.